Hello, testing, testing. I think we're good. I think we're streaming. It's a little brighter today. I can read okay, but I'm going to turn the light on. It'll help a little, so give me a second. Quick summary of where we ended up yesterday after having the AI run a game for us. It generated the characters first, asked it to generate 12 ideas for characters, just like name, race, class, subclass, basic background, and personality. And then from those 12, I picked sort of 4 party members, and I told it to go ahead and complete the entire character sheet for them. It did pretty well. I don't think it showed like it didn't pick cantrips, for instance. I had to remind it later, like, hey, we never picked cantrips. So it did that. It did pick spells. It showed spells that characters should have and all that. Then and I said I left it up to the AI whether it just wanted to start us right in the adventure, or if there was any like information gathering or whatever to find the adventure and things like that. And it chose the latter. So we found ourselves in a town where we were asking around about some strange sightings, and there's a reward to figure out what's going on. The specific reward was unspecified. I thought about asking, but I left it. And we investigated. We found some strange runes on an old willow tree. We found a pit trap that we avoided. And then we took the runes back. We copied them and took them back to town. Got some more insight on them. And we're told to investigate an old oak tree. These are supposedly protective runes that have to do with some protective magic on the forest. So we went to an old oak tree on the southern side of the forest and to investigate that. And from there we found footsteps, tracks rather. So we followed the tracks and found a stranger, ambushed him, and interrogated him. In retrospect, I'm like, he hasn't really done anything wrong. It was kind of messed up that we ambushed him. And we really had him severely outnumbered anyway. So I kind of feel, in retrospect, I'm like, we overstepped a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm gonna ask the AI. What I want it to do is I want to encourage it to really flesh out the adventure beforehand and stay consistent to it instead of just sort of winging it all the way through. So I'm gonna ask it like, where in Faerun is this happening? So let's do that. Okay, based on I'm clicking on the the display. Hold on. Okay, so all right, we're playing 5th edition, so presumably in the land of Faerun. Based on, and I think you have to put a little Dunlop or whatever. I don't know. Based on what has happened so far, I want you to decide where exactly in Faerun we are. Let's see what it says. Okay. What do you mean? No, you're the dungeon master. Just decide based on what has happened so far. Okay, since I don't have the details of your adventure. What do you mean? Oh, no, I'm in the wrong section. Oh. Never mind. I don't have to tell it. That's okay. I'm just going to delete this. I was solving a problem and I switched over to a streaming channel. Okay. No wonder it's confused. Alright, it doesn't have context. Okay, here we go. Alright. Since we're playing 5th edition, I assume we're in Faerun. Based on what's happened so far, as the dungeon master, I want you to decide where in Faerun we are. Okay. Let's skip all of his explanations. The Anarok Desert. Okay. Proximity to the high forest. Okay. Setting not. Let me know if you need more details which to explore specific elements of this setting further. So, okay, so you're saying we're near the high forest? Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I'm confused. I don't know if we're in the high forest or the Delimber Vale. You created the adventure and are the dungeon master. So you need to decide. Oh, sorry. All right, we're in Delimber Vale. I don't know where that is. Okay, so he decided. Sometimes you got to give him a nudge. He wants to leave everything to me. I'm like, no. You're the dungeon master. You got to decide these things. He also, so one thing that happened that I'm going to nudge him to be more specific in the future is we had this encounter with a single stranger. And this music still seems kind of loud. I thought I had it really low. Hold on a second. I'm afraid it'll get too low. There we go. I think that's maybe a little better. So, the last encounter we had, he kind of glazed over. It kind of glazed over that encounter. Even though I said like roll initiative, here's the specific actions we're gonna take, and it just like we seemed to just win. My party seemed to just win it without really going into detail. So I will encourage it to do for more detail the next time we have an encounter. So let's carry on. Some things I wanted to ask it. Okay. Brynja, okay, I looked it up. Brynja should not have a light cantrip. I thought maybe I just forgot that maybe an Oath of Ancient Paladin gets light cantrip, because they don't generally get cantrips at all. And I don't see anything. I didn't see that, so I think that was just the AI got a little sloppy. Aaron, I think that is, yeah, that's the wizard. I'm going to ask it, how many cantrips does a 5th level wizard, how many cantrips does a, I don't want to look it up. I want AI to do all the work. How many cantrips does a 5th level abjuration wizard know? Cardus, there's a total of 4 cantrips. So that was interesting. Because he only gave me 3. Okay, the reason I ask is because you only gave Aaron out 3 cantrips for Aaron. Oh, apologize for the oversight. Okay, now you just gave me 5. Here are some options to consider for. Okay, he's letting me pick. I got it. Okay, I can choose one. Okay, so he has Mage Hand, Prestidigitation, and Ray of Frost. So he will take Minor Illusion. Aaron has Mage Hand, Prestidigit, oh my god, and Ray of Frost, per your choices. So I will add Minor Illusion. There we go. It messes up a little, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he didn't add one when he leveled up or something, because we leveled up the characters to 5. All right. We got it. Yeah, I got it. I know what it does. He likes to really get wordy. That's okay. We'll just ignore most of this crap. All right, and then okay. So without detailed investigation of the characters, I am just curious if you picked stat boosts for all of them instead of feats when you level them up. Okay. Enhancing core abilities. Okay. Okay, okay, so you're saying you picked stat boosts for all of them? That's fine. Just clarifying. Yes, for simplicity and broad skill enhancement. Okay, that's fine. It did not pick any feats. Um, let's carry. I think that's the main stuff I wanted to ask it. I was just curious. I didn't see any feats on the sheets. They seemed pretty basic. Uh, their inventory also seems really basic. Um, fairly basic. I mean, there's like rope, hunting track, explorer's pack. Okay, a pack implies a number of things. Scholar's pack. Okay, so priest's pack, explorer's pack. That means they've got some other stuff that's whatever's in the pack. So that's a little better. Okay. So let's see where we're at now. Let's get past this stuff. Um, we were just about to interrogate him. I don't know how this you are. You are to play any NPCs. I messed that up. Assume you generate a random number to determine the roll Bridget makes for intimidation check, and then determine how the PC reacts. Okay, so his reaction. Information says the stranger belongs to a larger group with strategic interests in the area. Oh, he says that, here we go. He reluctantly complies and says that his companions are a day's journey away. Okay. All right. The stranger told us he is scouting for his companions who are a day's journey away. Why are they? What are they doing? What are their goals? Brynja asks him. Did I say that right? Brynga. Yeah, Brynja asks. They're looking for something hidden, an artifact, or perhaps a source of power. They believe it can shift the balance. We were sent to find it and secure it before anyone else catches wind. Beyond that, I don't know much about their exact plans once they get it. The hints of deeper mystery might involve potent magical items or ancient secrets lurking in the Delimber Vale. Alright, he's using the location now. What? Who are they doing? Who are these higher ups? They work for a group called the Shadows of Netheril. Okay. Be descendants or admirers of the ancient Netherese archwizards. Okay. Their reach is wide. Their goals remain hidden in the shadows. Interesting. Your party may need to gather more intel on this group and decide how to address this emerging threat. Feel free to direct any further questions or actions as you see fit. Okay. Considering he's involved with a... We will take him back. And see if we can... especially in law enforcement. And see what they want to do. Okay, so we secure him. Sure. We go back. Okay. We seek out the town's guard. Sure, we'll talk to a guard. Okay. Guard interaction. He listens attentively, noticing the seriousness, mentions that matters involving potential threats to the town, it's best to consult the captain of the guard. Okay. Guard points you towards the town's barracks or central guard post where the captain can be found, likely near the town hall. Okay. Guard offers to escort you. Okay, sure. We allow him to escort us. Okay. Meeting the captain. The guard escorts you inside. Go through the bustling streets, arriving at the guard post. Sturdy structure designed to be both functional and imposing. Several guards stationed around the entrance. Introduces you to Captain Thorne, a seasoned and authoritative figure clad in a well-maintained uniform denoting his rank. Okay, appears to be a person of action and integrity. You explain the circumstances, detailing his association with Shadows of Netheril and the potential threat they pose. He listens intently, occasionally jotting down notes as you speak. He acknowledges the gravity of the situation, expresses gratitude for your initiative and bravery in bringing this to his attention. He assures you the stranger will be interrogated. They will take measures to safeguard the town against any potential threats from this organization. He offers to collaborate with your party if further action is required. This could involve providing resources, guards, or even quests tied to uncovering more about the Shadows of Netheril. By involving the town's authority, your party has taken a single step in addressing the potential danger and ensuring the stranger is dealt with appropriately. We hand over the stranger and let the captain decide what to do. Decide what to do with him. And ask, let's see, if he, well, here, and remind the captain that he said his cohorts are a day's travel away. He was an early scout, so perhaps they could be expected soon where we found him, near the oak tree with the runes. Should we prepare an ambush? Okay. Agrees to allocate a group of guards to join your party. Oh god. This ensures you have the necessary manpower to effectively counter the incoming threat. Sending a small group ahead to discreetly observe the approaching foe's numbers and their exact numbers. This will help refine your ambush strategy. Working with Thorne and his guards, you can just develop a tactical plan. Consider positioning anchors and the archers in the trees for a surprise attack and setting up hidden melee fighters to strike once the enemy is engaged. Okay, leveraging the terrain, such as using the runes on the oak tree as a focal point to draw on the enemy, or utilizing natural cover for concealment. Sure, there's a contingency plan, such as a defined fallback position should the battle turn against your forces, and secure the support of town heals or reinforcements if needed. Wow, that sounds like it could get very elaborate. Moving swiftly, we're doing it. Okay. I will suggest keeping the additional combatants to a small number. Perhaps just a couple of archers who are also stealthy. A large group may make it hard. May make it difficult to surprise. To catch them off guard will make it difficult to remain stealthy. Okay. Alright, so he's going to give us a couple of archers. An elevated concealed spots, sure. We will come up with you can have the main engagement, bring your teams to a position. You can initiate the ambush with a surprise attack or manage to disrupt their formation. Establish clear signals for the archers to start the attack. Yes, we will practice some bird calls for the archers to alert us. Okay. We do that, sure. All right, and let's incorporate these calls into your ambush preps and practice them with the team until everyone is comfortable with their roles and the signals. With clear signals and stealthy coordination, your team will be better prepared to execute the ambush effectively. If you need further advice or adjustments to the plan, just let me know. Okay. All right. So the 4 party members will stay on the ground and find good hiding spots surrounding sorry, three party members but the ranger, who's Fenwick, no, that's not the ranger, that's the cleric. The ranger is Thalor, that's right. But Thalor, the ranger, will dress as the stranger we abducted, as they will be expecting him. Okay. Yeah, he's got skills to blend in, position near the oak tree to make him visible but not overly vulnerable. And then look like he's waiting. Strategically positioned around the tree, making use of natural cover, sure. Coordination with the archers. Yeah, they're aware of Valor's role in disguise, so they don't accidentally target him. See, this is where I think this is a kind. I think that's pretty obvious, but he's stating it clearly, which I think that's kind of clever of the AI. It's like, yeah, they're going to make sure that they know he's in disguise, so they don't target him when hostilities break out. I like that. Once an enemy approaches and recognizes or assumes Thalor to be their ally, your team can wait for the right moment or signal to launch the surprise attack. This plan relies on Thalor maintaining the illusion long enough to draw the enemy in and ensure the rest of your party's ready to spring into action at the opportune moment. Excellent. Okay. If you need further planning or assistance, all right. We'll establish a signal that Thalor will use to start the attack. I think Thalor will cough loudly as a signal. If he actually needs to cough, he'll hold up his hand to show it's not the signal. Okay, yeah, he needs to cough for reasons unrelated. He'll raise the hand gestures as an indication. Ensure all party members and companies are briefed as to the nature of the hand signal and backup hand gesture, sure. Should wait until the enemy is well within the optimal range. Okay, signal plan in place. Ensure everyone remains focused and ready as Thalor engages with the enemy under the guise of the stranger. The use of both auditory and visual signals enhances your team's flexibility and response. If you have any more details to iron out or other elements, just let me know. All right, I think we're ready. We're ready. We're going to in our vigil. We're going to bid our vigil. I guess we're going to begin our vigil and patiently wait for the group. Okay. We're in a strong position. Yes, patience and vigilance are key. Here's a recap. Make sure everyone's comfortable in their hiding spots. Yes. Reconfirm signals. Briefly reconfirm the audible cough at the hand signal with Thalor. Yes. Remain alert to any changes in the environment. Sure. Adjust positions if necessary. Take a moment to mentally prepare. Sure. As you wait, the quiet anticipation builds. Each rustle of leaves or distant call of a bird could signal the approach of your adversaries. Trust in your preparation instincts, and you'll be ready to act decisively when the moment arrives. Should you need advice during the ambush or encounter unexpected elements, feel free to reach out. Good luck on your vigil. Okay. Uh, well, um, okay, so you're the dungeon master. If we will we'll wait at least a day, since he said they're a day's travel away. People who let's see. Does anyone approach in that time? Okay, as the sun dips before the horizon and rises once more, marking a full day, turn away, your party remains in their respective positions with quiet resolve. In the faint light of the early morning, the forest is still, with only the occasional sound of rustling leaves and distant wildlife. Around mid-morning, Thaler, still maintaining his position in the oak tree, notices something. Subtle movements and faint voices carried on the breeze. Gradually, figures begin to emerge from the shadows of the trees. Appearing cautiously, they seem to be scanning the area as if looking for confirmation of a meeting. There are 3 of them, moving with the caution of seasoned travelers who know the dangers of the wild. They approach the oak tree, seeming to recognize it as a landmark. Their eyes sweep the surroundings, yet they are unaware of the watchful eyes concealed around them. That's good. Thaler maintains his cover, assessing the newcomers for any signs of recognition or cues to initiate initiate the engagement. Your party waits the signal, heart steady but ready for action. It seems the anticipated moment has arrived. If you're ready to kick off the ambush or have any other actions in mind, feel free to let me know how you'd like to proceed. Okay, there we go. So we got 3 people. What can we tell about our potential opponents? How can we tell what race they are? What armor might they be wearing? Do any of them appear to be spellcasters? Here we go. Race and appearance. 2 of the figures appear to be human with standard height and build. The third is slightly shorter. They might be a half-elf or a shorter human. Their features, though not entirely clear from a distance, show a mix typical of adventurers or mercenaries. Armor and weapons. The humans. 1 human is clad in a mix of leather and chainmail, indicative of someone prepared for both mobility and protection. He carries a short sword and a crossbow. The second human wears studded leather armor with a distinct short sword and dagger duo. He carries himself with the air of someone used to moving quietly, suggesting a rogue or scout. Possible half-elf. Dressed in robes, the third figure carries a staff, which often suggests spellcasting ability. Various pouches and a book strapped to his waist further hint at arcane pursuits, marking him as a likely spellcaster. The warriors move with an alert readiness, their hands near their weapons, a common trait among those accustomed to danger. Oh, interesting. The robed figure appears slightly more relaxed, but occasionally gestures as if muttering quiet words to himself. Possibly spells in preparation or subtle magical senses probing the area. Okay, your deductions imply a balanced group capable of both melee combat and spellcasting. So we've got them. We've got double their numbers. With this information in mind, your party can better tailor their approach to the forthcoming ambush. Let me know how you want to proceed with this new insight. All right. Well. Let's see. Fowler will wave over as if he is expecting them, which he is. While keeping his hooded face, concealed under the hood of his cloak. There we go. Okay. He subtly adjusts his posture to conceal his features beneath the hood of his cloak. He raises a hand in a friendly, beckoning gesture. Um, the three figures respond to Thaler's signal. They seem relieved to have a point of contact and cautiously proceed toward the oak tree. Their demeanor suggests they believe they are nearing an anticipated meeting rather than walking into a trap. As they draw near, about 20-30 feet away, they slow their pace, eyes shifting slightly to scan their surroundings, yet showing no signs of immediate suspicion. Thaler maintains his guise, positioning himself to appear expectant but prepared. Distinctive amongst the shadows, the oak tree casts. His casual stance masks his readiness, hand within reach of his weapon should the moment to act arise. Okay, so they now stand closer for conversation but remain just outside melee range, offering them a semblance of tactical caution, instinctively hesitant to fully commit to an unsecured area. Interesting. Okay. He's really thinking this through. The time is right for further action. Whether Thaler wishes to engage them in conversation, scout for further details, or proceed with the ambush signal, the stage is set for whichever path your party chooses to take. Let me know how you wish to proceed. Okay, they're I mean, is it appropriate to just attack them? I mean, that's what we set up for, right? Quick point. Let me see. No, that's about right. He's a ranger. He's not a druid. I started to say he doesn't have very many cantrips, but that's probably all right. Can we do anything to silence the caster? That's what I'm a little bit curious about. I don't think so. Nothing like. Actually, we do have silence. I wish I'd thought ahead, like in case there's a caster to do that, so we can let everyone know, but that's all right. So Thaler can cast silence, apparently. Thaler coughs loudly and then casts silence centered on the robed figure in hopes of preventing him from casting any spells with verbal components. Okay. With the signal given, a loud, deliberate cough that swiftly initiates his spell casting, targeting the rogue figure with a silent spell to inhibit any verbal spell casting. Okay. He does it, words carried on the wind, enveloping the area around the rogue figure. The quiet blankets the immediate vicinity, muting all sound within the designated sphere. Impact on the robed figure. The robed figure, suddenly engulfed in silence, reacts with visible surprise and confusion. As he tries to speak or incant any spells, his voice is trapped within, no sound escaping his lips. Two armored figures, realizing something is amiss, instinctively reach for their weapons, eyes darting between Thaler and their silent companion. Their initial surprise could provide the opportunity your party needs to press the advantage. With the element of surprise in your favor and the spellcaster neutralized, at least temporarily, your party can move to engage opponents more directly. This is a critical moment to capitalize on your tactical position. Okay, so all right. The archers are NPCs, so I'll let you decide. I assume we need to. Assume you should now roll initiative. I'd like you to roll initiative again at the start of each round of combat rather than staying in the same order each time. Yeah, at each round of combat. Thaler He's used his action. Unfortunately, he kind of wasted his special ability to do extra attacks during the first round, I believe. So, by casting a spell. Um, uh, well, ready. What are his weapons? I should have him. Why isn't he on top? Well, he's got a +1 longbow. He's not using that. There we go. Understood. I'll handle the initial rolls for each round as well as decide. Okay, there's our first round. Thalor, 18. After sex... Depending on the incoming threat. Archer 1, maintaining a concealed position. Oh, interesting. We're not getting to go first. I'm a little confused. Because he's having them do things when I thought they were surprised, but that's okay. Okay, maintaining a concealed position. Archer 1 fires an arrow at Human 1, seeking to disrupt their attempt to ready a crossbow. The arrow strikes, dealing effective damage and forcing Human 1 to adjust its approach. Archer 2 strikes Human 2, shows signs of being nimble. They land a hit, which momentarily breaks the enemy's focus, providing the party members on the ground an opening to advance. Human 1 reacts to the attack, switches to his short sword, advancing cautiously towards Thallo, prepared to engage in melee combat. 2, study leather and daggers. This nimble opponent attempts to dart towards cover while throwing a dagger at Archer 1's location, but misses due to the distraction and pressure. Road figure, silence. Wow. Oh, we're all going on 7? Okay, that's interesting. Oh, so we're doing all of our party on the same initiative. Okay, I was hoping you would roll initiative for each individual instead of treating our my party as one. Can you can you adjust? Can you adjust? Okay. Party member 1. I don't know who party member 1 is. Sorry, I don't know who you mean when you say are you adjusting for each member's initiative bonus? I can't tell. There we go. Kaylin? Human 1, Human 2, Lyra. I don't know these. Did you forget the party? Okay, here's where it's gotten messy. I was wondering about this. I thought, Okay, hold on a second. Sorry, I need to pause. I need to pause and have you reflect on what's happened so far. The 4 party members I selected from your list are named Thalor, Aaron, Gloomstalker Ranger, Aaron, Abjuration Wizard, Fenwick, Halfling Cleric, and Brynja, B-R-Y, yeah, Brynja, Oath of the Ancients Paladin. I don't recognize these new names you've introduced. Based on the typical bonuses and keeping balance in mind, here's the proposed initiative order. Okay. Cast silence, yes. Archer 1, fired an arrow, human 1. Targeted human 2, successfully hitting to maintain pressure. Okay. Human 1 maneuvers to engage Thalor, focusing on a melee approach. Aaron can prepare to cast a supportive or offensive spell based on strategy. Yeah, so he's got... He can throw a fireball. No, I'd get the ranger. That would be bad. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it seems like the next action is Aaron's. It's based on your list. So he will use his wand to send 3 magic missiles at the rogue figure. Aaron wielding his wand sends 3 magic missiles at the rogue figure. Here's how the action unfolds. Automatically hits the target, delivering consistent damage. Each missile deals 1d4 plus 1 force. Yes. Okay, 3, 4, and 3. That's fine. 10 force damage. Result. They strike the rogue figure with precise unavoidable force. This unexpected assault significantly hinders him even as he struggles to find an escape from the silence area. The forceful impact is visually evident, leaving him weakened and off balance. With his action resolved, the next one will be by human 2. What does human 2 do? What does human 2 do? I'll decide the other party members as their turns arrive. Here we go. I'm forcing it to handle this one action at a time. Okay. Takes the following actions. He moves strategically to find partial cover behind a nearby tree or boulder. Okay. From the new position, quickly assess the battlefield, decides to throw a dagger at one of the archers. However, due to the pressure and haste, the dagger flies wide or ricochets harmlessly off natural obstacles. Okay. Multiple threats while coordinating with their companions. If you'd like to proceed. Oh, that's curious. I don't know what he rolled for his attack. Let's roll for his attack. Okay. To give a clear outcome. Thank you. Typical bonus for a ranged attack. Let's say +4. Wait, you're figuring this out on the fly. 16. Depending on the AC of the archers. If the AC is 15 or lower, the attack hits, dealing 1d4 plus 2. If the AC is higher, then let's calculate the damage for a hit scenario. So attack roll of 16 each for the AC of the target. What is the archer's armor class? He is an NPC and therefore you're under your control. Even though he is our ally. Okay, so he gets hit after all. I just caused him to reevaluate and hit the archer when I made him actually roll. 5 points of piercing damage from the thrown dagger. The archer maintains concentration as he's now slightly wounded. Okay. Yes. Okay, so after he goes, what's the order now? Okay, Fenwick is next. Okay, per your list, per your initiative order. Initiative order, Fenwick seems to be next. He will cast Sacred Flame he just seems to be kind of winging it. Like, um, before I continue, it appears you're estimating things about our opponents. I feel like you should go ahead and establish basic stats for them, like AC, hit bonuses with weapons, etc. Even though I, as a player, may not know those details. This will help you resolve the combat consistently. Sure, I'll provide basic stats and pieces to ensure consistent combat. Okay, Archer 1 and 2. Okay, 14 AC, 25 hit points, +5 with the longbow. That's about right, this level, I guess. Maybe they're not probably as good as us. Damage, D8 +3, sure. That sounds about right. +2 base bonus, and then +3 more for dex, also to damage. Human 1, chainbone crossbow. Okay, I'm fine with this. He's got it figured out. Okay, 15 after Aaron's magic missiles. That's good to know. Attack bonus, spells or melee. Typically +5 when inhibited by silence. For verbal spells, these stats provide a framework. Sure. Thank you. That looks good. Thank you. Looks much better. They may have features, may have more details I don't know about. And I'm fine with that. The Dungeon Master, you often knows more than the players. Me. Great. Here's Fenrir's turn now, half cleric. Possible actions. Cool. He's still letting me. He's giving me some. Let's see. What will Fenwick do? Fenwick is going to. I'm going to do something fun here. Fenwick will channel divinity using his trickster cleric ability to project a duplicate of himself, which he can even cast spells from, which he can even cause his spells to originate from. He will place this image behind the robed figure in hopes of dissuading him from leaving the silence. Fenwick will channel divinity using his trickster cleric ability. There we go. Robed figure Fenwick creates a perfect illusion of himself, which materializes silently behind the robed figure within range. Duplicate serves as a strategic distraction, potentially causing confusion. He perceives a threat behind him. He can cast most of his spells from the illusion's position, providing tactical flexibility in future turns. Instinctively reacts to the appearance of his duplicate, realizing that retreating from the silent spell's perimeter is now riskier than anticipated. This creates a psychological and tactical edge for your party. The figure has to reevaluate his options. With Fenrir's action resolved, it would be Brynja's turn next. That's great. Okay, I'm going to look at that. That sounds right. Road figure and then Brynja. I think that's everybody, right? Thaler went. Aaron cast magic missile. Fenwick channel divinity, and then Brynja. That's right. Okay. Now Brynja is going to charge in. I think she'll. Yeah, I mean, let's keep it simple. I think she'll just charge in with her warhammer. Um, Brynja will cast aid on herself, herself, Aaron, and Thalor, and then charge in uh, to get adjacent to the robed figure if her movement permits. The idea is to trigger an opportunity attack if the robed figure attempts to flee. So, she takes decisive action to bolster her allies before positioning herself strategically. Brynja, Aaron, and Thalor. Each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increased by 5 for 8 hours. Okay, then she advances swiftly towards the rogue figure using a move to get adjacent to him. Present now poses a direct threat and serves as a deterrent for any attempt by the rogue figure to escape the area of silence. Brynja's bold charge not only grants her allies more resilience, but also strategically places her to capitalize on any opportunity attacks should the rogue figure try to make a hasty retreat. This tactic forces the enemy to confront or reconsider any attempts to move her away from the magical silence. With Brynja's actions complete, this concludes the round of combat. Let me know your next course of action. Okay, let's roll initiative again. For the next round. Reminder, Thalor, as a Gloomstalker, gets his wisdom bonus in addition to his dex for initiative. To enhance his initiative. There we go. I'm training it. We gotta go round for round. Don't gloss over this crap. Okay, here's our initiative order. Thalor is in the lead, as is probably expected. All right, then we've got Aaron, Archer 1, Fenwick, Human 2. We did a little better this time. Last time we were toward the end, and they got to do a bunch of stuff. And also, I didn't really address that. I thought we had a surprise round on them. But that's okay. I was like, okay, they're not that surprised. I guess they still got to do something. And if the first round, if in the first round they're surprised, they don't get to act. That's how surprises handled in 5th edition. You just miss your turn basically for the first turn, and then you stop being surprised. All right, hold on a second. Okay. Let's see now. So Thalor gets to go next. Is anyone adjacent to Thalor? No, I don't want to shoot. He could shoot his longbow, but I think he cannot attack to subdue. Thalor will close with the robed figure and attack with short sword. How many attacks does Thalor get? Let's see. How many attacks does Thalor get with his two short swords as a 5th level ranger? As a 5th level ranger, Thalor can take advantage of the extra attack feature. Okay. Dual wielding with short swords. So 2 attacks on. Okay. Thalor will make his first attack. Thalor will close with the robed figure and make his first attack, striking to subdue instead of kill if he manages to drop him to 0 hit points. So he moves in. First attack with short sword. Assume a standard attack bonus for this level and setup. Proficiency in Dex. He gets a 22. Okay. Attack hits. He rolls damage. Does 9 damage. Lands doing 9 damage. I think he's got 6 left. Effectively oh, it does? I thought he had 15. What happened? I thought you said the robed figure had 15 hit point remaining. Did I misremember? Okay, he's figuring he messed up. All right, damage 9. So now he's got 6 remaining. Okay, yes. Second attack. Calculate. Yeah, calculate. By Thaler. Okay, I think he hits again. Does 8 damage. If you're having 6 range, reduces him to 0. So he's unconscious and incapacitated. Thalor will close with the next closest enemy if his movement permits. Reminder, as a half elf, as a wood elf, that's right, Thalor's a wood elf, yes. As a wood elf, he has 5 feet extra movement. If able to close, he will use his bonus offhand attack. Okay, closes on human 2. Offhand attack with his second short sword. Bonus is +7. He rolls a 17. He confirms against 14. Damage. Oh, D6 short sword. Yeah, it doesn't add ability modifier. That's right. So he gets 3 damage. Deals 3 points of damage. Human 2 remains engaged, but is now weakened by Thaler's assault. Okay. So we move on to Aaron in the initiative order. Do you have any further instructions? Yes. Let's have Aaron act. Aaron will fire. We'll cast magic missile from his wand at the human Thalor just attacked. All right, so cast at first level. Yep. Number of darts, 3 are created. He calculates. Ooh, good damage. Good damage. 12 points of damage. Okay, Aaron's action is complete, which is like Brynja's turn. Yes. Yes, Brynja will close with human 2 with the enemy just injured. And attack with her where is she? Oh, here she is. Okay, with her +1 warhammer, and make her first attack. All right, human 2, +1 warhammer. +6, +1, counting the +1, gets a 20. Magical bonus, 11 damage. Oh. Thank you, thank you. Yes, if I failed to mention, she wanted to subdue and not kill. Okay, yeah, he's unconscious but alive. Would you like to proceed to the next here in the initiative order? Brynja is the other human in movement close enough for her to close with. Total movement 30 feet. She actually doesn't have that much. Reminder, as a dwarf, she's a little slower than a human. Can she still close? I'm trying to keep him. He's got to keep me on. You need. Okay. Yes, 25 feet. That's more like it. Human was not too far from human 2 during the engagement. Okay. Due to typical combat clustering, approximately 10 feet left. It's likely human 1 is close enough. Okay, in this case, close the distance and use her tech. Yes, yes. She will use her second attack on that human. Gets a 19. Okay. Against 14 AC. Does 10 damage. Alright, would you like to adjust tactics to proceed with your next action? Who's next? I don't want to scroll up. Thaler completed. Aaron completed. Brynja attacked. Human 1. Okay, as DM, decide what human 1 does. He's taking 10 damage from Brynja. Yes. Situation. Human 2 incapacitated and road figure subdued. Human is likely feeling the pressure surrounded by capable adventurers. Realizing the uphill battle ahead, human has 2 primary considerations: fight or attempt to retreat. Assuming one decides to take a defensive action given the situation. Disengage from Brynja to avoid opportunity attacks. Movement, 30 feet, human baseline, sure. Tactical position. They position themselves behind a nearby obstacle, preparing for potential range counters or reinforcements, depending on the scenario setup. With human 1's actions decided, the turn rotates back to your party or any other allies. How would you like to approach them here? Fenwick has not gone yet. I'm not sure about the archers this round. Who is next? Fenwick has not gone yet in this second round. There we go. Okay. Thank you for clarification. Fenwick's action this round, after this moves, will assess the archer's positioning and actions based on typical initiative and scenario flow. Okay, he evaluates the battle effect, magical and ranged abilities. Possible actions. Assesses position relative to human 1 who's retreating and remaining combatants. Magical ranged attack. Fenwick could utilize spells or ranged weapons. Cast offensive or support spells to allies, 8 allies if needed, leveraging his magical abilities. Spell used. Wait. Fenwick is a player character, so I should decide his action. Alright. Going forward. Understood. I'll try to keep PC's non-player distinctive future responses. All right, so Fenwick is going to Um, can Fenwick still see human 1 at all? Does he have full cover or just partial cover? Still see parts of human 1. Okay. Cover type. Conclusion. Human 1 probably has partial cover. Okay. Partial cover should not help him as Fenwick casts Sacred Flame, since he doesn't roll an attack, the enemy must will instead roll a dex save. Okay, that's correct. Because a dexterity save, the set of attack roll partial cover doesn't provide any AC bonus against it. Dex saving throw. Spell modifier, DC 13. Dexterity saving throw rolls dexterity save. Let's say DC is 13. Is it? Hold on a second. Fenwick's wisdom bonus is +4. I believe, just to clarify, okay. Okay, that's fine. We don't need to re-roll, but just to clarify, Fenwick, whose stats you generated earlier in this game, has an 18 wisdom and is a 5th level cleric. What would that cause his DC to be? I don't think it's 13. With Fenwick being a 5th level cleric having 18 wisdom, we calculate his spell save as follows. Okay. +4. Plug in these values. 8 + 3 + 4. So if save DC. And feel free to ask on. Okay, let's keep such details in mind going forward. Since you have all the information on the PCs from earlier. I'm sure to accurately maintain and apply all details related to PCs like stats and abilities throughout our sessions. You got to keep this guy in line. He's trying to get sloppy. Like you've got in theory eidetic memory. He already forgot the names of the PCs, just like inserted some. First he started out just like a bunch of people without even any names. I'm like, hold on, you know who the party members are. You gotta. I think you just have to. Tell it to do these calculations. Remember this. Keep this in mind. And I think it'll do it. But we're having to kind of bang it into shape as we go along. Come on, we're gonna train you. We'll make you an excellent DM. I'm confident of it. You're very smart, after all, since you have the power of computers behind you. I'm here to assist and enhance your gameplay experience. If there's anything else you'd like to explore or need help with in your campaign, feel free to ask. Let's make your adventures as engaging, as enjoyable as possible. Okay, in round 2, who is next? All the PCs have gone, and the 3 strangers. What about the archers? I can't remember if they went. Okay. Let's focus on the archers. Excellent. So this set is providing range support for human 1 and possibly the rogue figure. What? No, they're our support. Targeting, movement, and other considerations. If their position doesn't offer optimal light, they may choose to move. Okay, okay. They are reminder. Okay, reminder that they are our allies sent here to assist us and not the the enemy by the captain of the guard. As NPCs, you decide their actions. You decide and resolve their actions. What do they do? Got it. They're allies and have been sent to assist you. Let's determine their actions this round. The archers survey the battlefield, identifying any remaining threats or opportunities. Targets. Human 1 retreating and the situation evolving. Archers likely target any visible enemies like Human 1. Provide suppressive fire, whatever. Attacking Human 1. They fire arrows. Attack roll. Assuming each archer rolls to hit using their attack bonuses. Damage. Okay. Cover fire. Communication. The archers make signals to the PCs about any changes in any positions, potential threat, enhancing the party's situational awareness. Once the round effectively concludes, let me know if you'd like specifics on attack rolls. Yes, yes. Please roll their attacks, considering any considering partial cover. Roll their attacks. I imagine the partial cover of Human 1 may have an effect. Certainly. Let's resolve the attacks against Human 1. Take into account the partial cover bonus. Okay, 2 archers, each making an attack. Assume +4 to hit. Sure, that's fine. AC is increased by 2. That sounds about right. This attack hits. Okay. Archer 2. Assume +4 bonus to hit. +4, 13. It misses. Okay. Damage roll. 7 damage. Archer 1 successfully hits, dealing 7 points of damage. And Archer 2 misses. Weaken Human 1 further. Let me know. Okay, that's fine. I believe that resolves round 2. Let's roll initiative for round 3. You left out. Okay. Paladin. Did you forget the paladin's name? I don't know who Cirrus is. You created an Oath of the Ancients paladin named Brynja. This is getting kind of sloppy now. I really thought it would like be able to just keep up with the characters and the order. All right, let's see. Okay, no, it did put her first. Okay. Thaler's in the bottom. Can you show the list again? This time displaying their totals of what they roll for initiative. It seems you're forgetting. I thought you knew all their stats. Assume some common initiative bonuses. Why are you doing that? You're getting kind of sloppy. Uh, um, just earlier, let's see. It's blowing up. It does not have. We just had a conversation earlier about how Thalor. Yeah. All right. Uh, this is unfortunate. I really thought it was going to retain that and be able to throw this stuff in there. Um, huh. All right, let's just go with this for now. Relevant info like a character's stats and how they affect combat. Okay, Brynja will attempt to close with human 1 and attack and make her first attack. Intending to subdue and not kill. She was not already in melee range. She utilized her movement to approach. Okay. She uses. Oh my God. No. Okay. D8 plus 3. I think that's the same as what she would actually be using, which is her. Which is her +1 Warhammer. Yeah, this is a language model. This thing is not really keeping up with, it is really not keeping up with everything we discussed in order to apply it going forward. I'm seeing that more and more as we go on. Like I thought I was able to kind of fix it, but it's starting to mess up now. It's starting to get real sloppy and just kind of like forget everything that happened before. So anyway, so potentially bringing her closer to incapacitation. Okay, she's actually, you gave her +1 Warhammer. Do you remember now? Remember this now? She will make her second attack against the same human. Thank you for the reminder about her +1 Warhammer. He's just gonna carry on now. Like, yeah, I don't know if I could probably just made something up just then. And it was like, yes, thank you for reminding me. Okay, gets an 18. 18 non-lethal damage, dealing additional further aim to subdue rather than kill. How's he looking based on his initial HP that you showed earlier and the damage he has taken? It's I think it's got a lot of information now, I think, to decipher, and it's getting messy. I think it was fine earlier on, and now that we're into like a second combat, the first combat was yesterday. It just glazed over that combat though. This was one I forced it to get into it. Okay, let's see. Let's assume initially had 30 hit points from earlier contacts. I think that's about right. Sounds about right. 9 and then 8 total damage, non-lethal damage. 1300. I thought it was hit. I thought he was hit. I thought he was also hit. Earlier hit by one of the two NPC archers also. Conclusion. Didn't the sacred flame from Fenwick also? Five damage. Okay. There's one hit point remaining. Okay. Who's next? Aaron will cast Ray of Frost on the human with one hit point left. Okay. This is kind of this is what I was wondering about is that if it would break down, if it would be able to keep up with this stuff and do it better than human, and right now it's not keeping up with it very well. It's losing track of the players, it's losing track of their stats, their equipment. I told it to keep up with all that up front, and it's not doing so great. It's getting kind of sloppy. So all right. We will restrain the subdued NPCs and bring them back to the captain in town. Escort to carry them, sure. Communication, prepare the details of the encounter to the captain. Next steps. As the party's person, they may consider discussing. Brief the captain on what transpired. Decide on possible interrogations. Take the opportunity to rest and replenish supplies or spells if needed. Proceed to town if there's any further assistance you need in planning the next steps. I think this is a good stopping point. That kind of wore me out. The kind of frustrated me a bit with all the messiness there. The AI really lost track of stuff, and part of what I'm counting on here is, the downside of an AI, in theory at least, is it's not a real human. It's not going to have the creativity of a human, who can just kind of think of things on the fly and stuff. But I would expect it. If anything, I would kind of hope that it would be, have an eidetic memory of things, and at least be able to just keep up with party stats and stuff. It's like it has the formulas to figure out whether attack hits, for instance. It knows, for instance, that a Gloomstalker, what features a Gloomstalker has, and other subclasses, for instance, and things like that. It's not. It's not kind of keeping up. It doesn't seem to be keeping up with the information that passed before, in terms of trying to calculate what to say next. So it should, in theory, be able to keep up with everybody's hit points. What I was hoping to get it to do, but honestly, would have been pretty impressed. I'm not super hopeful. Was when it's basically have a. The way I imagine it, it breaks down like it says, you plan an adventure. Okay, so it's got some kind of adventure written, even if it's not sharing that information with me. And then it would consult that as we go through the adventure to decide, okay, now you just encountered 3 trolls, for instance, whatever. And then it could, at that point, decide, okay, what are the stats of the trolls? and it knows the stats of the PCs. And if I say I cast a spell, it should know I don't have that spell slot anymore. I used it up. Things like that. That's there's just sort of like lists and math and stuff. Ideally, it should be able to keep up with all this stuff. It's not doing a great job of it, as it turns out. It got really sloppy in this encounter. I was starting to feel really optimistic at the beginning of the encounter. I think we'll stop there. I don't know. I'm not sure how eager I am to continue. I guess we can try and keep training it to, beat it into shape. I could say, okay, let's go over the characters and where they're at. Like I picked 4 characters of the ones you get, and then you generated character sheets. Maybe next time we can like try to beat it into shape. I think I might give that a try. For now, I think that's a good stopping point. How long have we been streaming? Hour and a half. That's a pretty good stopping point. We got a nice combat. I had to kind of whip it into shape and get it to pay attention to everything that happened. I was remembering things better than the AI was, like that we landed a sacred flame, things like that. And that an archer hit that human, and then yeah. So let's see if we can beat it into shape. I think I'm gonna give it a little more effort of telling it, okay, here's some things that you need to retain going forward. There are 4 NPCs, or sorry, there's 4 PCs. You generated them. Show me their character sheets again, and then okay. So when when a particular character acts, you need to reference his character sheet for these stats and details in order to calculate what happens. We'll see. We'll see if we can beat it in shape. It got sloppy. We'll see. Hopefully you're subscribed now, and you'll see when the next one happens. I'm curious to see if we can beat this thing into shape, make it a better DM. I'll try to remain optimistic, and I'll see you next time. Hit like, comment, share your thoughts, etc. And good night.